Hello and good evening, everybody. It is Wednesday, my dudes, and we've been graced by the presence of Frisk tonight. And the power of Frisk compels you. Frisk smells real good because she had to get a bath. Holly took her to get her nails trimmed today. They went for a walk, and Frisk stepped directly in poop. So, there you go. Frisk is like, this is the worst day of my life. She hates getting her nails trimmed. She hates getting a bath. She had both on the same day. So, she's having a rough time. Rough. No pun intended. What do you have to say, Frisk? Put it in here. Nothing to say? So yeah, we're hanging out again this evening. Glad you guys are here. Thanks for being here. And as Awesome Tatum points out, we have lots of stuff to discuss tonight. Though, where? Oh, here we go. I fixed it. There we go. It says lots of Dustin-centric topics. Switch to Harry Potter, lions, tigers, and bears. Oh my. We do have a lot of things we can talk about. But first, before that, how's everybody in the chat doing tonight? How's everybody feeling? It is another week. We're in this point where it's spring now technically, but it still very much feels like winter. You're not really going out very much still. Maybe occasionally on the nice day, but it's still mixed, at least where I live. So I'm just ready for the doldrums of winter to be over. I'm ready to get out there. Hang out. See, I'm letting you entertain me while I cut B-roll for a client. I was just cutting myself, and it wasn't the cheese. It was cutting a video for tomorrow, guys. Tomorrow, Crimson Desert video. And let me tell you guys, well, it's up to you to determine if it's a banger. But it's long for one of my videos. Not like in YouTube 2 hour long, but it is almost 20 minutes, which normally my videos are, 10 to 15. So 20-minute Crimson Desert video tomorrow. Look forward to it. Started my new job this week. It's been scary and exciting, dude, I'm sure. I haven't had a new job in long time. I've only had 2 jobs though in my life, so let's see. It was 80 degrees in Louisiana. Spring has sprung. Nice, dude. We've had a few nice days and then not nice again, and on and off and on and off. Last week on Sunday, I was outdoors shopping at an outlet mall, and the following day it was 3 inches of snow. So you can't get too excited yet in Western PA. You never know what's going to happen. Though I think we're probably out of the the worst of it now. We are drinking tonight, but not beer. I've got a Picari Sweat. It just came in from Amazon. Delicious. Though it is warm, unfortunately. I forgot to put them in the fridge. Let's see, a couple of you in chat talking about playing Marathon. I want to play Marathon tonight. I would love to, but I could play by myself. But I really want to play with the boys. And the boys have been lame recently. The boys have been... Brandon hasn't been available. Brad... I asked Brad a few nights ago, and he's like, "Oh, I have to get summon sign ready." It's like, come on, man. You could have done that anytime, but now it's gamer time. And then Brad last night, I'm calling shots on Brad. He's not here. He's not listening. I asked him to play Marathon, and he said, "I won't be home for over an hour, but I'll let you know when I'm back to see if you want to play." Guess what? Guess what, guys? Nothing. I feel betrayed. It is what it is. I want to do some Rook runs. I haven't played as the Rook yet, and I've been watching some YouTube videos of people playing Rook, and it looks fun. Let's see, I found people in the LFG Marathon, LSM Discord, cool people. Here's the thing, it's no disrespect to anybody. And there are times when I like playing games with the audience. I want to play with my boys. You know, I want to play with the boys. And, you know, I wasn't feeling that. I wasn't feeling it. We have a new supporter, Raguchi, becoming a supporter. Thank you for that. And also, as we begin this stream, it's time for the one plug. The one plug is, first of all, thank you for being here and hanging out, regardless of anything else. If you want to, and you haven't yet, subscribing to my channel helps out a lot. We're trying to get to 50K subs. We're almost at 11K. It's going to be a while. Maybe we should set the goal lower, maybe like 25,000. That'd be better. In my Crimson Desert video, I said 50K, and then afterwards I was like, that's too high. That's too high for the next goal. So yeah, if you want to subscribe, that's totally free. I would appreciate it. If you want to go a little above and beyond, like Raguchi, you can become a channel supporter. And that will get you access to Frisk emotes. And it's just a way to help me out and support the channel. And you can also super chat if you would like. But again, not required. But if you want to, you got to do these plugs. Again, thank you, Raguchi. That 20-minute video is going to be the banger that skyrockets your sub count. I don't think so. I got to do, here's the thing, guys. It is true that your inflammatory videos, negative videos are effective. But the difference is between me and other people. Maybe not everybody, but I'm only gonna be negative if I'm feeling passionate. You know? If you just are negative about everything, then it's like it's a cheat code, but it won't last forever. You know? So if I'm feeling passionately negative like I was for my PS5 Pro video, then I'll do that. But I'm not gonna manufacture it. I feel like that if you're constantly negative, then you breed a certain type of audience that you don't necessarily want. So the Crimson Desert video, though, can I tell you guys? I'm going to tell you guys. You guys are the insider club. I was discussing this with Jimmy. I have 2 titles that I'm going to do the A/B testing on for the Crimson Desert video. And it's going to make people mad. But I kind of don't care. Is it bait? Is it being negative? It is and it isn't. The titles, I believe, I might change this for the Crimson Desert video. The first title, Crimson Desert sucks, parentheses, I love it. Title 2, Crimson Desert rules, parentheses, I hate it. And I think that is a good, it's not bait for the video as far as the take. I think a lot of people can agree to that. I know there's people that absolutely hate it and people that absolutely love it. There are a lot of people in the middle, like me. So we'll see. We'll see how it does. But yeah, tune in for that probably around noon tomorrow, noon Eastern for that video. I'm looking forward to it. Check it out. Somebody earlier, the second one is bait if you're not smart enough. They're both a little, they're not really bait though, because guys, like a bait video to me, like a bait title, let me restart. People call anything inflammatory as a title is bait. And I guess that could be true. If you're thinking of the literal sense of what bait is, if you're putting bait on the end of a fish hook, You're putting something at the end to allure people or a fish to bite. So anyone who's smart with YouTube should try, in the literal sense of the word, bait people. Now, should they bait somebody with a title, then they click on the video and the content doesn't deliver? No. That's just dumb. It's dumb on multiple levels. So, could you call the titles clickbait? I guess. But not in what most people consider clickbait. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong on this one. I'd go with the first. It has obvious flaws, but I love it too. Now here's how you hook them. Title says one thing, thumbnail subverts title. Wisdom. Yeah, I haven't thought about what I'm gonna make the title caption say, but that's not bad. Negative first for the viewership, plus bad to good seems to be the path most people stick with it. Wait, sorry. Good seems to be the path most people who stick with it find themselves on. I can read. I've read before in my life. Guys, someone earlier asked me what I thought about the Harry Potter HBO teaser. Do you guys want to talk about the Harry Potter HBO teaser? We don't have to, but if you guys want to, we can. I definitely cannot put it. I'm not going to put it on screen because I fear the copyright strikers getting to me on that. Birdo says let's do it, and I have an immense amount of respect for Birdo. So sorry, MP, no thanks. Okay, we got 2 people saying no. Some people say yes. How about we do a little bit in the middle? Let's do a little. I'll talk for it about a little bit, but guys, don't leave. If you leave when I'm talking about Harry Potter for, 3, we'll say 3 to 5 minutes. Probably 3. If you leave, it's not based. Okay, Harry Potter trailer. I've been skeptical about this for a while because I think some of the casting choices, like everybody else, listen guys, I'm okay. I've accepted race swapping in modern shows. It's fine. Like, it's not always ideal and sometimes it's stupid, but it's just a reality. You know what I mean? Like, I think sometimes you just got to accept things for how they are. So many people nowadays are like, ooh, I hate this one thing, therefore I must hate everything about it. I'm just not doing that. You're going to hate everything, if that's the case. So the Snape casting, whatever. And some of the things I've been hearing where they're adding additional scenes, I'm like, I don't know about that. So I've been very skeptical. But after seeing this first trailer, I think it looks really good, guys. I'm surprised because the interior shots that they've shown of Hogwarts look distinctly different. There's a lot of things actually in this trailer that I think look distinctly different from the movies. I was worried they were just going to do a rehash of the movies in terms of visuals. And I think they will keep some things the same. I think the exterior of Hogwarts will probably look a lot the same because they need to keep it similar to the theme parks. I'm pretty sure. But I think all the characters in it, all the casting overall looks really good. The costumes look great. Someone mentioned, Nick Frost as Hagrid is legitimately perfect. I'm not willing to say it's legitimately perfect, but hearing him in that little bit in the beginning, I was like, okay, I can see this. And it's just, I was surprised overall by it. Now, could they still fuck it up? Absolutely. Absolutely. And some of you may have saw me tweeting, and I'll leave it on this. I've seen a lot of people say, like, why? Why do we need this? The Harry Potter movies aren't that old. And I don't want to. I'm not saying it was Captain Canada that I retweeted. I'm not talking about him when I say the next thing I'm about to say. But in some of the replies and some of the people I've just seen on Twitter, we got Harry Potter tourists. And it's fine to be a Harry Potter tourist. But if you're a tourist, which there's plenty of IPs that I'm a tourist on, like Game of Thrones. I'm a Game of Thrones tourist, right? I enjoy the show. But you don't see me going in and saying how things should or shouldn't be done overall, right? Or like why the books or whatever. There's Harry Potter tourists that are like, we already have the movies. And it's like, dude, if you read the books, or even preferably, maybe not preferably, but you listen to the audiobooks, the new cast editions, which I am currently, you realize, wow, the movies aren't very good. They're not bad, and I like them. Some of them are pretty good, and there are parts of all of them that are great. But there's so much they can do with it. There's so much they can do with it. So there you go. That's the take. And, oh yeah, Black Snape is still a choice. I agree. Black Snape, I think it's dumb, but here is a hot take. Alan Rickman, amazing Snape, iconic Snape. He'll be viewed as the Snape forever and ever. Amen. Right? But Alan Rickman is not a good version of the book's version of Snape. He is his own Snape. So maybe this actor, I can't remember his name, maybe this actor can be, despite the race thing, can be a more book accurate version of Snape. And if that's the case, great. I just think people need to be, even if you don't like something or you think something is stupid, let's just give it a shot. You know, could it ruin the whole thing? I guess. There are a million things that I love, that there are things that I absolutely fucking hate about it. And does it diminish the experience a little bit? Yes, but I don't know. You can't live life that way. You're just going to be miserable all the time, which makes sense why so many people do this online, because they're probably miserable all the time. I think a lot of people are hung up on it. So I don't know. Everyone has to figure it out for themselves. But that's it. I don't want to bore everybody with Harry Potter too long, because I know some of you didn't want to talk about it. Jonathan, hello. Hello, Dustin and everybody. Oh, it's heyo. Lockmort, I just made a 20-minute video about how Crimson Desert is the worst game of all time. And anyone who likes it is, quite frankly, retarded. And I name you as the number one fan in the video. Sorry, Locke. Oh no, the Pearl Abyss PR guy is here. Lockmort. Guys, look forward to the Crimson Desert video. I think it's very fair. I tried to structure the video a little different, in that if you talk about all the good stuff first and then the bad stuff, people think you are negative on overall. So I tried to split between the two. I talk about some good things, then I talk about some bad things. Then I talk about some good things, then I talk about some bad things. Putting SteamOS on my ROG Xbox Ally X, and it's taking forever, so I got you on. What's up, Jimmy? Good luck. Good luck on your ROG Xbox Ally X. Man, I can't even say it. I'm hearing to see Rise Against tonight. Are you a fan? I don't dislike them, but I wouldn't consider myself a fan. When Crimson Desert gets nominated for Game of the Year, I'll take all the apologies. I wouldn't say it's impossible. I would say it's highly unlikely. Here's the thing. The last giveaway about the video is I say a lot of positive things, say a lot of negative things, but the point is I have played Crimson Desert every day since it came out for multiple hours, and I plan to continue to do such things. So there you go. There you go. That's the take. Well, that's not the whole take. You're going to have to watch the video tomorrow. Do we want to talk about Nintendo real quick? Oh, we got a super chat. Let's do the super chat from Buttery Cheeks. Ooh. Says, I can't believe Crimson Desert disappointed me, but Pokemon Pokopia surprised me and is now my game of the year. LOL. Also, it's a 90 on Metacritic. Dude, Pokopia is awesome. Pokopia might be my favorite game of the year so far. I think it is my favorite game of the year so far. It's very, very good. Holly's playing it now, and she loves it. Holly's having a blast with Pokopia. So thank you, Buttery Cheeks, and enjoy your Pokopia. And sorry you were disappointed in Crimson Desert. Now, guys, give me a second because I want to bring a tweet up. We're going to talk about this Nintendo physical games thing. And I need to bring up a tweet. Wario. Because there was breaking news on this before we began. Right before we started streaming. Okay, let's bring up the Chrome tab here. Let's zoom in on this. Okay, so let's get the super chat in before we start the main topic from the Assassin AK. GTA 6 easily game of the year this year. Sorry, Locke. See, Locke? It's not happening. It's gonna be GTA 6. You know what? No, it's gonna be Pokopia. Pokopia is winning game of the year. You heard it here first. Okay. So let's start here for the Nintendo news stuff. And a thank you, Assassin AK, for that super chat. Appreciate you. So, this is what came out earlier. Wow, my face is so small here. Why did this happen? I'm like a floating box. I don't know what's happening. Well, we'll just leave it. It works. Okay, so Wario says, Nintendo announces that starting in May 2026 with Yoshi and the Mysterious Book, new Nintendo published digital titles exclusive to Nintendo Switch 2 will have an MSRP that is different from physical versions. So you can see this press release here that says we'll have a different MSRP. Nintendo games offer the same experiences, whether in packaged or digital format, and this change simply reflects the different costs associated with producing and distributing each format and offers players more choice in how they can buy and play Nintendo games. So, with that, we know that this box looks so... I think I changed my OBS size or something, and so I'm like a tinier square. Whatever. So, the news came from the fact that this new Yoshi game, Yoshi and the Mysterious Book, is $60 on the Nintendo eShop and $70 MSRP for physical. Right. So before we get into it though, I want to get into this update that we just got a few minutes ago as of 6:54. So it was like 30 minutes ago. So let's just read this from this IGN update. Nintendo has issued a statement to IGN in response to our inquiry about the Switch 2 game pricing change, following a confusion regarding to whether this was Nintendo effectively concealing a quiet price increase by making physical Switch 2 games more expensive, or if it is, in fact, Switch 2 digital games getting cheaper. Here's Nintendo's response. The cost of physical games is not going up. That means when Nintendo sells digital versions of Nintendo-published games exclusive to Nintendo Switch 2 to consumers in the US, those prices will have an MSRP that is lower than their physical counterparts. Retail partners set their own prices for physical and digital games, and pricing for each title may vary. So, yeah. So your physical games are going to be $10 more expensive on Nintendo. And I do think it's interesting. I guess this is the thing going forward. So if this is the case, they're not going to do it retroactively to their older games. Like, would Mario Kart World be a $90 game physical and $80 digital? I don't know. So, okay, here, Berto. They already have an $80 digital game. Would not be surprised to see the next Zelda for $80 digital, $90 physical. Here's the thing. To me, this doesn't feel like... This feels like a Jedi hand waving of Nintendo saying, no, this isn't a price increase. This is actually a price decrease, bitch. And they just expect us to be like, oh yeah, okay, yeah, no. And I think you're right, Berto, that in the case of future, you would assume when a Zelda game comes out, the next mainline Zelda will be $80 digital, and they will do $90 physical. Does that feel like does that feel like the cost is not going up for physical games? I don't know, guys. I don't know, man. Now, something that people don't like that I have to do sometimes, and I'm going to do it now. Corporate defense. I don't want to play corporate defense, but I'm being honest with you guys and what I think partially what the situation is. I do think Nintendo is a giant corporation trying to make as much money as possible, right? At the same time, while the chips that are in a Nintendo Switch 2 cartridge are not RAM chips, the memory shortages are affecting all types of memory. And so I do see that there's probably a problem that they're having, that the cost of a physical game on a Nintendo Switch 2 is going up as far as their prices for them. And I think that's why we've had so many game key cards. Some of you have heard me talk about this before. Some of you guys have heard me talk about this before. I think that there are many things Nintendo has done to try to extract more money from your wallet. And I think that this isn't one of those situations. Now, if we get a Zelda that's $80 and a $90 physical, that's a little bit different. But what I am trying to say is just that a Switch 2 cartridge costs way, way, way more than a disc. Like, everyone knows that and believes that. And we know that the Switch 2 cartridges are much faster than Switch 1 cartridges, so it probably requires a more expensive type of memory. And also, Switch 2 games, not all, but many of them are much larger in size. So, yeah. Think about the fact that here's one way to look at it too. The SD card that goes in your Switch 2 is a, micro SD Express. And they are significantly more expensive than a regular SD card. And that's required. And I believe that. I believe that it does require in order to have these games run and be faster. Think about how that memory is more expensive, and then you're basically getting a small micro SD express card for every Switch 2 game, though it's not quite as fast, because as we've seen in the Digital Foundry reporting and stuff like that, the Switch 2 cartridges are not as fast as running a game off the express or the internal memory. So does this make sense? Is anyone buying this? Not buying this, but does anyone understand what I'm saying about like the economic realities of the memory? Some would argue that Nintendo should just eat the price. And maybe that's true. I don't know what the raw numbers are. I'm a little disappointed as a big Nintendo Switch and Switch 2 physical collector in the pricing thing. I completely agree. I'm right there with you that it is very disappointing. I guess I'm just saying that I'm not ready to rage at Nintendo for this. There are many other things I'm willing to rage at Nintendo for. See, this is the thing. People, you're not listening. Other companies, corporate greed bad, Nintendo greed good. You're not listening. You're not listening to what I'm saying. But thanks for being here. So, I don't know. I think that if they wanted to compromise, that they would not do any more $80 games. You know, I would like to see the standard be like, I could see $70 digital, or no, $60 digital, $70 physical. And they won't ever do an $80 Zelda that ends up being $90 physical. I don't know. Let's see what you guys are saying. Dustin, do you think Sony could follow suit for PlayStation 6 to further push out physical buyers to digital, or is it just Nintendo due to the carts? I think Nintendo or Sony will start pushing out physical gamers by what they do with the handheld. Like, I think that in order to play the games on both the handheld and your console, you're going to need them digitally. They could work out a solution where if you have the disc in your console that it could read off of that. I just don't think they're going to do that legwork for you. Could they do it? Could Sony make the price different? Maybe they would. I go back to the that Sean Layden interview where he said that like Sony is such a global company that there are certain they just can't move away from discs yet. I think PlayStation 6 we're going to get one more generation of physical. That would be my guess. I feel like Nintendo is giving day one buyers incentive to go digital and it will work with most people. Certainly. And like I said, like Nintendo, it is a financial thing that they want people to go digital, but I think more so because of the price of the cartridges. PS6 will come out digital only with the optional disc drive, just like the 5 Pro. That, I think that sounds right too. It sounds right to me. Mystic Ryan is confident they'll allow a way to play physical games on the portable PS6. Interesting. I wish I was confident that that would be the case, but I am not confident that that will be the case. I'll go down with the ship on physical media. I respect it. I won't go down with the ship with physical media. Some of you have heard me say this before, and I'll say it again. I am a fan of games over being a fan of formats. So if that's the way it goes, I'll be disappointed, but it is what it is. I'm not the true physical king, I guess, that some people think that I am. We have a few super chats to go through, and then we can keep talking. Connor says, I'm back in university, so I can't super chat often. Here's an hour of minimum wage as a tip for the masturbator. Damn. Connor, you didn't have to do that. If money is tight, and you're in university, you don't have to. But I appreciate it nonetheless. Thank you. And do I still hold the crown as the masturbator? After my after my game keycard tweet. I'm going to have to do another at some point. But thank you, Connor. Alvin Jordy says, how far into Crimson Desert's story did you get before you went off exploring? Thank you. I'm on chapter 4, maybe? I can't remember if I'm on chapter 4 or 5. I've done a little bit of exploring, but not too far out of like the main starter. It's not really a starter section, but the first area. Because that first area is huge. I feel like I've barely seen anything. So I've done a little bit of exploring. It's not I don't find it to be that rewarding to go explore in this game. And I don't find it very fun to move around the game either. But stay tuned for the video. The Assassin AK says, seeing that GTA 6 will be on Switch 2, will it though? I saw this. I didn't look into it too much. I don't think so, guys. GTA 6, I really don't think is going to be on Switch 2. Sorry. I don't think that's going to happen. Maybe. I mean, I wouldn't put it out. I'm not ruling 100% not happening, but I would say there is and I'm not like, there's a 0% it's happening at launch. It's so hard to say because we don't know how expansive GTA 6 is, but I don't think it's happening on Switch 2. A 1% chance that it happens someday, maybe. I don't know. But thank you, Assassin AK, for that super chat. Alex, finally able to catch another stream. Let's go. Thank you. Thanks for joining us, Alex. Thanks for being here. I hate game keycards so much that I'd rather just go digital. They got me physical, bros. Yeah, I get that. To me, it's funny. Did you guys see that Twitter account that was like the Twitter account that was like, another game key card canceled. I'm like, I don't know if you're sending the message that you think you are. Because if you were like, what do you do with game key cards? Do you not buy them and send the message? What message are you sending? If you want a game, but it's a game key card, do you just buy it digitally? Do you just not buy it at all? If you buy the game key card, you're showing that you want physical of some kind, even if it isn't a true physical. I don't know. I'm a huge physical collector. I got video games, music, vinyl, 4K steelbook movies, high quality figures, and a lot of manga/comics. I'm not going to spend a cent if it goes all digital. Well, bro, you're not going to be able to game forever if that's the case. You're not going to be able to game forever. Let's see. I'm in the boat of key cards are better than nothing. If servers are shut off, at least I still have a cart that does nothing but a memento of having it. Something that's worth pointing out that I don't think maybe some people know, but I feel like a lot of people don't know, is you can still download your purchases from the Nintendo Wii. You can't go on the shop and buy new things, but you can go and re-download your Wii purchases. So I guess I'm really, like, the server thing I'm not that worried about. I'm not that worried about it. And honestly, by the point that it's like we can't download a Wii game, I think there will be other methods for those that are really desperate to play something. People realize physical media will die eventually, right? I don't think all physical media will die eventually. I think vinyl is healthier than ever. Even like CDs are having an uptick. So there is something there. I do think that physical media for games in the most mainstream is going to die eventually. The fact is, digital should be cheaper by pure economics. Supply and demand creates fake environment for physical pricing. In the end, digital will be cheapest always. Yes and no. In the end, digital will be the cheapest always. It's certainly not the case right now. And I've talked about this on Sacred before, that Sony has used the PSN being like, the only place you can buy a PlayStation digital game to their advantage many times. And there are many cases of games that if you go and buy them on the PlayStation Store, you could get a physical for way cheaper, and not even a used physical, a brand new one. So digital is often cheaper, but it's not always cheaper. No tax on digital games in my state, so it's already a little cheaper. Oh, that's nice. Anti-Game Geek Card crowd has been screaming nonstop that they're willing to pay more if the full game is on cart, so they don't get to complain about this news Nintendo put out. That's true. That is a good point. That if they're going to charge $10 additional for physical games, then they need to be on cart. Like, if you're charging 10 extra and it's game key card, get fucked. I think that's completely reasonable. See Red Letter Media's latest video. Mike made an interesting point that he barely sees movie trailers when he's watching cable. Marketing is in a strange place across all entertainment at the moment. I think that it's not just marketing. I think movies are in a weird spot. Like, there are certain movies that are being made and then put in a theater just to make a little scratch, and then they're just going straight to digital. Like, I feel like the end intent is to be on digital or on streaming. Speaking of streaming, they finally lowered the price of Marty Supreme to rent to $8, and that's a tiny bit more than I'd want to pay. But I'm going to do it. Maybe this weekend I'll watch Marty Supreme. I want to watch that. And I want to watch Nirvana, the band, the show, the movie. But the rental on that is a little high. I think that's $15 for the rental. They do theatrical releases for Oscar eligibility, right? Maybe I'm wrong. That is true. I'm not talking about Oscar movies, though. We're talking about like the random shit that no one's heard of that's in a theater. Would you accept GTA 6 early if Rockstar contacted you? Absolutely, I would. Absolutely. That'd be an amazing opportunity to make content. Marty Supreme is coming to HBO in a month. I don't want to wait a month, though. Also, HBO's 4K streaming quality's ass, dude. HBO they've gotten better, but I remember I saw the first Dune in theaters, and I did see it in IMAX, and it was great. I watched it again at home on HBO, because that's when they were releasing movies in theaters and on HBO because of the pandemic at the same time. And it looked so bad watching it at home on a 4K stream. On a 4K stream. So, Colin knows a guy at Rockstar. Hook me up. I haven't really asked Colin for any help with contacts or anything like that, but maybe it would be. Maybe I should. Mario Galaxy movie is next week already. Are you going, Dustin? I will be going, but I'm not going to go on release weekend. Release weekend for a kids movie, I don't really want to do that. So I think I'm going to see it. It comes out April or March. Wait. No, it comes out March 3rd, right? I'm going to go see it the Tuesday after. because I'm already going to be in Pittsburgh. Holly has an appointment. After her appointment, we'll go and I'll probably see it in Dolby Theater on Tuesday the 7th. So I'm hoping the more expensive ticket will keep out the riffraff. At the waterfront. That's correct. I will go see it at the waterfront. Have you seen Project Hail Mary? I can't recommend it enough, man. 100% a theater experience movie. Same cinematographer as Dune 2 and The Batman. I would like to see it. Part of the situation. Hold on, guys. I gotta send Frisk down. She's getting anxious up here. She's getting restless. Say bye, Frisky. Do you hear how loud she's breathing? She's breathing like she's obese. Why are you breathing like you're obese? Okay, hold on. I'm sending Frisk down. No. Here's the thing. Here's the thing about movie theaters in my area. As many of you know, I live in Butler. The closest movie theater is a local chain. It used to be a Regal. This movie theater, it's the one I grew up going to. It sucks. The screens are very small. It's like they're small to the point where when I'm sitting in a seat in certain rooms in that theater, what am I trying to say? The view distance, it's like the same ratio as being at home on my TV. And I have a 65-inch TV. It's not anything crazy. So, for me to go to a movie, usually if it's a normal movie, I have to go to a theater that's a little further away called South Pike Cinemas. And they have stadium seating, much better experience. But I have to drive 25 minutes. Not great, but it is what it is. If I want to see a movie like Project Hail Mary, and I want to see it in IMAX, the experience is that I have to drive an hour to the movie. Then you're in the movie for 2 to 3 hours. And then I have to drive home after that. So we're talking like, at least 4 hours. So I don't see as many movies as I would like because I'm a snob, is what I'm trying to say. I'm too much of a snob to go to my local theater that sucks. I still do sometimes. What was the last movie I saw at my local theater? It might have been Civil War was the last movie I saw at our theater. Was that it? It might have been Civil War. I'm not sure. So make a day out of it. Go to dinner after. Go shopping for a bit. Worth it for the IMAX, definitely. I do it sometimes. There are certain exceptions where I'll do it. It's just I want to see Project Hail Mary, but I don't know if I want to see it that badly when I'm going to go see Mario in a week or two. Project Hail Mary is worth the drive, brother. It's like E.T. and Interstellar had a love child. Maybe I can convince Holly that we'll do it. We can go see it after maybe her next Tuesday appointment. It's also hard right now for Holly to see movies because with her being very pregnant, she needs to go to the bathroom often. She has to pee. So she probably doesn't want to go sit in a theater right now. She's going to make an exception for Mario because it's not that long. I feel like I saw another movie at my local theater. I saw so many movies at my local theater growing up. That's where I saw like Star Wars prequels and stuff like that. Harry Potter movies. I can't do IMAX because it's sitting beside people. I have a theater beside me that has no IMAX, but a beautiful screen, and it's reclining couches and borders between people. Oh yeah. Yeah. That's the way to go. What's sad, guys, is that we used to have a real IMAX theater. Because you know how like some of them aren't like the proper size? Like technically the one at the waterfront in Pittsburgh is not a true IMAX size. It's like a smaller IMAX. There used to be one at a mall called the Pittsburgh Mills. And that theater is still there, but they no longer have the IMAX there. It used to be a Cinemark theater, and now it is a local chain. The same local chain I think that owns the theater in Pittsburgh, or in Butler. IMAX is too loud. Yeah, I saw Oppenheimer. Not Oppenheimer. Well, yeah, I did see Oppenheimer in IMAX, but I saw Dunkirk in IMAX. Bro, I felt like I got shell-shocked from that movie. It was so loud. I love going to the Alamo. The food is awesome, but man, it will cost you. Dude, I've only been to the Alamo Draft House a few times when my parents lived in DC, and it's good, but it's not that good. Like, I felt like the food was just okay, but you're paying a lot for it, and you're paying a lot, dude. Holly and I, like, the few times we went to Alamo, you're not walking out of there spending like you're lucky if you're spending $80 at the Alamo. I think it was closer to like $100 to see Detective Pikachu. I think I saw Detective Pikachu there, and I saw the fifth Indiana Jones movie, and it wasn't good. Frisk is barking outside my room. She wants to come back in. What do you want? Come on. She's back. She's back. But yeah, Alamo, I was watching a video. They're not having a good time right now. A lot of people are pissed because now you have to order your food on the phone. And it's kind of like anti the whole point of the fucking Alamo Draft House. We don't talk about Indiana Jones movies after the first three. Yeah, I don't even remember the fourth one. I saw it at some point, and I don't remember it other than Aliens. And the fifth one, I don't think it was horrible, but it wasn't very good. Oh, Jimmy in the chat. Alamo is worth it for the fact that they actually kick disruptive people out. OUAITH. I don't know what that stands for. Was amazing in 35 millimeter. I don't know what movie you're talking about, Jimmy. OUAIT. I'm trying to think. Does anyone know what that stands for? Here, let me click it. OUATIH. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. There we go. I do agree that the experience of being in an Alamo was really nice. Everyone's being quiet because they have to be. It's nice. I can't stand fucking people in theaters, dude. It's one of the reasons why this actually this is a great connection to what I was saying earlier. Someone said, I think it was Big C Man said, like, just make a day out of it. And it's like, I would, but it's like, you put all this effort in to go to a movie at the good theater, and then you get there and there's some fucking idiot, talking or doing something annoying, pulling out their phone, whispering to one another, and it's like, come on, man. What are you doing? You're ruining it. It cost me so much time and effort to be here at this moment. My favorite annoying movie experience was Some of you may have heard me say this. I say that a lot. I'm sorry. But it's the nature of these things. So you end up repeating yourself. I saw the movie Doctor Strange in theaters. And there's this dumb bitch. And I'm not trying to be rude, but she was a dumb bitch. The part where Doctor Strange, spoiler, but towards the beginning of the movie, I think it was in the trailer, Doctor Strange is in the car crash and his watch breaks. And this dumb bitch was like, oh, that's symbolic. Out loud during the movie. Oh, that's symbolic. Bitch. Stop. These people, man. Now, a funny experience I had with seeing a movie was it was one of the two. It was either Avengers, Infinity War, or Endgame. Someone's gonna have to. They blend together in my mind. The part where they're at like Hawkeye's like camp or whatever, his house. I was sitting beside an old guy who was dead silent the whole movie. Didn't say anything to me. And that part shows up and you see Hawkeye's wife or whatever, and he turns to me and he's like, "Hey, is that the girl from Freaks and Geeks?" And I was like, "I don't know, man." And then he never said anything for the rest of the movie. Apparently it was the girl from Freaks and Geeks. Opinion: whispering during trailers but not during the movie. Tolerable. Yes. Honestly, I don't even care if someone has their phone out during the trailers. It doesn't bother me. There's been a couple times at movie theaters where a trailer stops playing and I'm laughing. I know it's disrespectful, but it is what it is. One of the best theater experiences I ever had was I went and saw Les Mis with some friends, and we were the only ones in the theater. And we were roasting Les Mis when we were watching it. The part when Russell Crowe is like 24601 and then he jumps and kills himself. We were dying. We were absolutely dying. Do a live react to the Dune 3 trailer? Dude, I can't live react to any trailers or else I'm going to get copyrighted. But the Dune 3 trailer looks great. I think Dune is awesome. But, as I was saying earlier, I am a Dune tourist. The Dune, I've watched the 2 Dune movies, and they're great. I've not read the book. So I'm a Dune tourist. But the trailer looked great for the new Dune. I will be there. Absolutely in IMAX. I'll be seeing that bad boy in IMAX. Fuck Avengers, right? Avengers is the same day or something. No, thank you. I'm good. I've stuck to the fact that I have not seen a single Avengers movie since Endgame. Okay, we got a super chat from Suave Spy Mojo. Can the PS5 retake the top if the Nintendo Switch outsells PS2? No, I don't think so. Not at the current trajectory. Maybe. I don't know. I don't think so, though. I think the Nintendo Switch is still going to continue to sell, so it's just going to continue to create the divide between them. But thank you for the super chat. Appreciate it, bro. Will you see the Odyssey in IMAX? Yeah, absolutely. Anything Christopher Nolan, I'm there. I'm going to see any Christopher Nolan movie in IMAX. For sure. We have another super chat from Frostbite Slash. Thank you, brother. It says, Dustin, what's your thoughts on Dark Outlaw being closed and Jason Blundell revealing it was not a live service game? I was thinking about this for Sacred Symbols. The fact it's not a live service game is definitely interesting. There's part of me that wants to believe, like, there's part of me that looks at this and is like, okay, well, this was Jason Blundell's second chance. Clearly it wasn't working out. And they're like, yeah, we're shutting this down. At the same time, Herman Holst has not done almost anything recently to show that he has proper management and leadership skills. Or taste, for that matter. So, I'm leaning that direction. It's not to say that it's necessarily the project wasn't in a bad spot, or maybe it was moving along way too slowly or something. I don't know. Or, we've been saying on Sacred that, Sony is looking for more places to cut because they cut Blue Point. It's like, who's next up? And maybe it's better to cut that project now before later on. I don't know. I really don't know. I need to learn more about it, though, and I'm going to, read up before Sacred Symbols tomorrow. But thank you for that super chat. Appreciate it. Appreciate you, brother. All my homies hate Herman Holst. Herman Holes? Maybe I did. Maybe I did. You guys got to try Picari Sweat. It's good. Tastes good. It's good for you. It's got 120 calories. Frisk is securely fitted into my arm here. To be honest, I feel like the whole PS5 era has been really tarnished by the whole mystique and reverence of the brand. I think a lot of people are disenfranchised. The hardcore are disenfranchised with PS5 as a brand. But clearly it's not a problem for them as a company as a whole. We have another super chat. So many super chats right now. Thank you, guys. Shot Uncle Ben says, any advice on buying retro consoles? I've been waiting to get a GameCube. Amazon has them refurbished, but I'm not sure if they're reliable. Technically, I cannot speak to the quality of an Amazon refurbished GameCube. But I do know that Amazon's pricing on these things is traditionally very bad. Like, you should never buy retro games on Amazon. Personally, what I would do, if I were you, if I wanted to buy a GameCube, I would go to a local game store and buy one. Hopefully, if it's a good game store. For example, at Main Level Games, if you go buy a GameCube, it will, I don't know if he has like a warranty, but if you like take it home and it doesn't read discs right or something, you can bring it back to him and he'll give you your money back if it doesn't work. So buying a console, buying it from a store is an ideal situation, depending on the store and what their return policy is like. So let's see. Wait, what do you guys say? Amazon refurbished electronics have been very good in the past when I bought them. Someone else said last refurb I got had visible dust in the vents. Yeah, I wouldn't expect them to actually be refurbed, but I would expect them hopefully to work. I personally would never buy anything like that off Amazon. Yes, even honestly, the other thing is you definitely guys should do some comparison shopping. Like, see how much a used GameCube is on eBay from a reliable seller. That's what another option as well. You won't be able to return it, but at least if it's from a bad, you'll know, at least you'll have some level of confidence based on the seller's reviews. So hopefully that helps. Shot Uncle Ben. While you're there, if you get a GameCube, something I highly recommend, and this is biased because the owner of this company is a friend of mine, check out the Eon adapter for GameCube. The company's Eon, E-O-N. And that adapter, if you get one with a digital port, will allow you to hook your GameCube up to an HDMI TV, and they're excellent. They work really, really well. The last month has totally flipped the narrative on PS5 Pro, unlike any other console I've seen since post-launch. Yeah, the PS5 Pro, man. I mean, PSSR 2 is certainly very good from what it seems like. It's been funny, guys, because I've gotten multiple comments on my I'm over PS5 Pro video, and one of them was like, "Oh, this video aged like milk." One of them was like, "Oh, you were over it within the first year." And I think it's funny seeing comments like that where I'm like, if you're spending that much on PS5 Pro, I would have wanted it to work great from the day I fucking bought it at launch. Not when they updated a year later. Now, I guess in this weird situation we're in, the PS5 Pro is it was cheaper to buy it at launch than it is now. So I guess there's that advantage. But the whole, I don't know, just oh, you called out a product that wasn't very good and was very expensive and now it's better. You must feel like an idiot. You know? It's so stupid. Big C Man, we did talk about Harry Potter. So you can either rewind or check it out later. I love it when corporations sell me promises. Yeah, dude. RE9 saved the PS5 Pro discourse. It certainly was the start. And I don't know. I mean, certainly RE9 is a great looking game and had something to do with it. But I think in general, the games that people are going and checking out with PSSR 2 are excellent. So maybe it would have been better to launch the PS5 with PSSR 2. Obviously, it would have just been called PSSR at that point. But the first iteration of it, it just wasn't quite good enough. I would claim criticism inspired them to improve. Yes. I wasn't going to claim that. My video didn't inspire Sony to fix it. But I would hope that maybe it just pushed the gaming culture in the right direction. And I'm only saying that because that video has over 100,000 views of something that's already a more niche thing in the PS5, in the gamer PS5 ecosystem. Will Pro get PSSR 3 or is that for PlayStation 6? I'm sure they could update it again. I think that the big thing is that PlayStation 6 is going to have frame generation. I mean, Mark Cerny was just talking about that the other day. Oh, here we go. A whataboutism. Your multiple $1,000 PC works flawlessly, right? Listen, I think with something like PS5 Pro, we need to just take the PC isn't even part of the conversation. That's only something listen, I don't want to give you too much crap here, Izzy Smalls, but that's such a fanboy thing to say. That's well, this product is bad, but isn't this product also bad? It's who cares? Who cares? What matters is that people are spending $700. The hardcore enthusiast market that cares about image quality are buying PS5 Pros, and the results are extremely mixed. Just shouldn't be the case. It doesn't matter how a PC runs anything. Thank you for being here. The new PSSR made me less hungry for PlayStation 6, though, not gonna lie. I still want PlayStation 6. I'm in the minority on this take, though. I want better hardware already. Seeing how Crimson Desert does not run at locked 60. I'm not saying that it's required for everybody. I'm telling you guys what I personally want. So having something, and dude, one thing with Crimson Desert, guys, is when you play on PC, And the ray reconstruction does look really good. Now, you got to make compromises. At least for me to run the ray reconstruction at 4K, you got to run it at balanced DLSS. You got to probably run frame gen. But I'm seeing the vision. I think that the people... I think that while ray tracing hasn't always been implemented very well, I think we're getting to the point where a lot of ray tracing actually is making material differences. And you are seeing games that require ray tracing. For example, I think Crimson Desert requires ray tracing, but I know for sure Indiana Jones did require ray tracing. And so yeah, I want better ray tracing. I think ray tracing, while it has been not handled properly and has been a selling point that was unnecessary for a while, I think it's starting to now become something more worthwhile. Dusty, I just introduced my kids 2 and 4 to the Pokemon anime and they love it. It's been fun sharing / indoctrinating my kids to the stuff I lived as a kid. That's awesome, dude. I've thought about that a lot recently, like the things I'm going to be able to show and introduce my son to, and I'm looking forward to that quite a bit. I feel like I'm at a good spot with Pokemon. I like the old stuff. I like some of the new stuff, but I don't like live and breathe for Pokemon. There's some stuff in Pokemon that I absolutely love. I'm just so glad that I don't want to collect Pokemon cards, because that would infuriate me to no end. Isn't the Pokemon anime longer than One Piece? It might be. I wouldn't be surprised if that was the case. What do you think about Crimson Desert as a game? Well, it's a nice time for another plug. Crimson Desert video tomorrow. 20 minutes. It's not quite 20 minutes, but it's almost 20 minutes long. So please look forward to it. Please look forward to it. Ray reconstruction is a game changer, but feels like it's locked to high-end GPUs. Yeah, because it's very expensive. It's very taxing to run on your GPU. I was running it because I'm very lucky and blessed to have a 4090 that I got at a very good price a year or two ago. But I totally understand. That's why it's like, dude, I'd love to see that kind of stuff on PlayStation. But again, I think even ray reconstruction, while I think it looks really good, I think there's a lot of people that won't really care about it. Is it wise to resurrect Ray Charles? Ray reconstruction. They're rebuilding. We must rebuild him. Good evening. Happy Wednesday. Hello. Welcome to the stream. We're just hanging out, talking about different stuff, drinking Pocari Sweat, a hydration drink from Asia. Did PSSR 2 save your life? Be honest. Dude, no. The PSSR 2 fans are trying to come kill me for my PlayStation 5 Pro video, Radic. I do think it's very good though. I think it's very good. I want to try some other games with PSSR 2. I've only played Resident Evil with PSSR 2. I know there's like the update now, you can go check out old games, but I've just playing Crimson Desert, dude. I've been playing so much Crimson Desert. Any fun ideas for the Sacred Symbols thumbnail this week? Usually I wait to see like what the main story is for Sacred Symbols. I'm guessing the Dark Outlaw news is going to be the top story for Sacred Symbols. So it's got to be a Herman Holst thing, right? Like it's got to be a Herman Holst thing for the thumbnail. I'm not sure though. We'll have to see. Sometimes I don't think of the idea until like a few hours before the show comes out. So we have a super chat from Boots. Boots with the 1 hundo. Thank you so much, Boots. It says for date night with the wifey. Happy wife, happy life. Thank you, Boots. Holly and I will be going on a date. We were talking about it a little bit earlier to see the Mario Galaxy movie. We'll be doing that the Tuesday after it comes out, so maybe that's the date night. Where should Holly and I go for the date night, though? For eating. What should we eat? Right near the theater, there's a local chain called Burgatory. Burgatory might be pretty lit, but we really kind of have all of that area of Pittsburgh. So we'll have to see. But Boots, thank you. It's so generous of you. Really appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. You're a legend, as always, Boots. Outback Steakhouse for the date night? I've eaten at Outback Steakhouse twice. And let me tell you, both times, it wasn't bad, but it wasn't as good as what I was paying for it. My wife and I are expecting baby number 3 in June. Hell yeah, we're both going to have June babies. Both going to have June babies. Mid-June for me. Micah would tell Holly, take Holly to Cracker Barrel. Cracker Barrel's good. It's not somewhere you go for a date night. Texas Roadhouse better. I've had great steaks at Texas Roadhouse, and I've had absolute shit. It really just depends on who's cooking it. I haven't been to the Texas Roadhouse in Butler in a very long time. Bro just hit up McDonald's, can't beat American slop. Dude, Holly and I are already planning to go to McDonald's because we're getting the K-pop Demon Hunters meal. I'm sorry. Call me a consumer. Call me cringe. I want the food anyway. I want the McDonald's food anyway. So if I'm going to do it, I'm going to get the K-pop Demon Hunters meal. Sue me. Rumi? You know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. Come on, man. Do you have any Waffle Houses in Pennsylvania? We probably do, but none near us. There might be one in Pittsburgh. Go to the Butler Fair where a historical event almost took place. That's at the farm show, brother. Not the fairgrounds. Yeah, it's an important distinction. We have a separate fairgrounds. That's not until August. Did I try the Big Arch yet? No. It's not really appealing to me. The sauce doesn't sound very good. It's not what I'm into. Eaton Park Smiley Cookie. I've been to Eaton Park a billion times. And it's good. But it's not my preferred choice. It's good, dude, Eaton Park breakfast is where it hits. Go to White Castle? We don't have any White Castles around here. No White Castles. You know what I wish we had, though? Dave's Hot Chicken. Is anyone in the chat a fan of Dave's Hot Chicken? Shit is good. It's good. I had it in when I was in California with Brad. And it was fantastic. Are there better hot chicken places that might be local to you? Sure. I certainly don't have any hot chicken places near me. Am I getting enough fiber in your diet? Yes. I eat a Fiber One. Well, it's an Aldi brand Fiber One bar every day. They're nationwide for a while now. Yeah, I know they're nationwide. That does not include this part of the nation of Western Pennsylvania, unfortunately. There's a Dave's down the road from me, but I have yet to go. What should I get? I have not really explored their whole menu. I think they mostly just have tenders and sandwiches. I just had the tenders with the comeback sauce. Ooh. And yeah, it was really good. Awesome Tatum is saying haircut is due. Just saying, you don't think I fucking know that? You don't think I live every day and be like, man, I need a haircut, but I'm fucking lazy? Come on, man. Come on. Love Dave's Hot Chicken. Me and the homies always go there to reset our stomachs. Hell yeah, dude. Dave's was more awesome before they expanded. Yeah, sometimes that happens. Is anyone in the chat from the DC area? Like, specifically Alexandria, Virginia area? Go to Supercuts? No, thank you. I've got my boys that I go to. I got my boys downtown in Butler. Jefferson Hairplane. That's where I go to get my haircut. It doesn't sound like anyone's from Alexandria, which is fine. There is a place there called Woo Boy Hot Chicken, which I don't really like the name. Amazing. Wait, I will be in Alexandria tomorrow. I go there very often for work. Okay. Listen, Jonathan. Let me make sure it's still open. Woo Boy Hot Chicken. Spelled Wooboi. It is still open. Go to Woo Boy Chicken. Thank me later. Thank me later. I live in DC. Go to Woo Boy. I'm telling you. Supercuts we get Dustin made fun of. They suck. I've had a few really bad haircuts from Supercuts. I'm so glad I found my boys at Jefferson Hairplane. They're the best. Come here. Oh, yeah, I'm from Alabama. Come here if you're all good seafood. If you're all good. Come here if y'all good seafood. Okay. Crayfish is goated. I don't want to eat crayfish, bro. I don't want to do that. I don't want that. I live in Woodbridge, about 25 minutes away from DC proper. I think that's where the Alamo is that I went to. 4.6 with 1,500 plus reviews. That's my lunch. Jonathan, I don't know if you have Twitter. I want you tomorrow, when you get the lunch, take a picture. Get a sandwich. Make sure you get the comeback sauce. Take a picture of the meal. Tweet it to me. Please. Sports Cuts, baby. Listen, I don't want to shit on Sports Cuts because I've never been there, but I find the vibe of Sports Cuts off-putting. Like, Sports Cuts to me, and listen, Awesome Tatum, I'm not trying to make fun of you. I don't know you. I don't know. I've never been to Sports Cut. I'm just telling you what I feel about the vibe. Sports Cuts to me feels like for a place for somewhat insecure men to go to that are like, I need to go somewhere manly. I need to go somewhere where they got sports on the TV and hot bitches. You know, they go to Sports Cut. They're like, I ain't going to some pussy ass salon. I'm going to Sports Cuts. That's how it feels. At least they're advertising. Sports Cuts might be a very nice place. I've never been there. Never been there. So, there you go. That's the take. Sorry if I offended anybody. I'm not trying to be offensive. Dustin, you're banned from South Carolina? What did I do? I don't have social media, but I can email you if you want. That's okay. You don't have to go all the way. I mean, if you want to, I don't care. Do it. Ding, ding, ding. Yo, Dustin, how much was your mic? How much do you think you spent on your total recording equipment? Well, I didn't spend it, but the company did. Last Stand bought the mic and the mic arm and the Zoom recorder that I'm using. I think this mic is like $350. You don't need, 99% of people do not need this mic. In fact, we probably don't need this mic at Last Stand. I bought it because we like the way it looks on camera. It's extremely reliable. It sounds good. It doesn't require a lot of fucking around with to get it to sound good. Many mics are like that now. You don't need this. But this is $350. I think the Zooms are like $150 or $200 maybe. All my other equipment, though, I bought myself. My MacBook, I bought myself. My camera, my key light. So there you go. Dude, haircuts are so expensive. My wife just cuts the hair, but I don't have much hair, so I don't need anything special. Dude, if that's all you need, I mean, that's great. My haircuts, I want to say It's expensive because it is a local business that just are run by two guys. But I either spend 20 or 30 bucks, I think. Dustin, as a Pittsburgh native living in South Carolina, Yins, welcome here anytime. Thank you. Last time I was in South Carolina, I went to... My aunt lived in North Carolina in Wilmington. And we went to Myrtle Beach for a day. And we got there and we're like, this kind of sucks. Not that it was a bad beach. It was just touristy shit. Next time you find yourself in Utah, hit me up. Blurry Boys Club for a haircut. No, my brother doesn't cut hair there. I've never been to Utah. No, I was in the Utah airport. I don't have any reason to go to airport. But if I do, I'll hit you up. Sure, mics are very good, but hell, get a Blue Yeti is fine. I don't recommend a Blue Yeti. There used to be a mic that I would recommend a lot that was I want to say it was an Audio-Technica mic that was both XLR and USB. Wait, is it over here or is it downstairs? I don't know where it is. You really don't need that much. The Blue Yetis, though, I feel like record too much room noise. Oh, I had a super chat from earlier, from a few minutes ago, that I forgot. Well, I didn't forget it, but it came up and then I started bullshitting about other stuff. The Marky says, going to hang out with the kids and wife. Have a good night. Thank you. You too. Thanks for hanging out. Nerf Ninja with a super chat says, for your emergency fund in case you get replaced by AI. One quip I wanted to say to Jaffe was like, listen, Jaffe, AI might be able to run your stream, but it could not run the Last Stand stream. Thank you. I don't think I'm going to get replaced by AI anytime soon. Does this stream look amazing with DLSS Vive turned on? Dude, I would be sexy. You guys wouldn't be able to pay attention because you'd be too busy jorking it. Sorry. Maybe you already are jorking it. And if so, God bless. You know? God bless. AT2020, it's what I have. That actually might be the mic I'm talking about. Okay, it's not this one, but this one probably is good. This one is probably good enough. 120 bucks. That's not bad. Jaffe asked AI for help troubleshooting his stream. It was a disaster. I've used AI for troubleshooting computers and it actually was very effective. Like talking to ChatGPT about stuff. Frisky is being so cute right now. Look at that. Also, thanks everyone for keeping me occupied while I type up work notes. Make it go by quicker for sure, and it's very entertaining. No problem. No problem at all. See, now Frisk is getting annoying. Is that your main goal in life, is to be annoying? She says yes. She's breathing very loudly, as always. See, I have a Shure SM7B. Shure SM, is that what this is? I'm trying to remember. Shure SM7B. Yeah. Wait, no. Yes, this is a Shure SM7B. My mouse is out of battery. Guys, don't ever buy a wireless mouse. I fucking hate wireless mice. I need one that the charger, like it has like wireless charging in it. I'm so annoyed of having to plug this thing in all the time. What breed is Frisk? Frisk is a mix of a Dachshund and a rat terrier. And she's also mini. She's a mini dachshund rat terrier. That's why she's so small. Nerf Ninja with another super chat says, $1 million idea. Corner the market on dad slop. It's untapped. Give gamer dad recommendations and reviews. I don't know if it's untapped, but I don't think being a dad might change your ability to play games, but it, in theory, wouldn't change your recommendation or like your taste in games. Oh, Siri thinks I'm talking to her. Get out of here. Frisk breathing sounds like my grandpa after a cigarette. We always say about how she breathes like she's a fat girl. Are you a fat girl, Frisk? Wireless mice I find are unreliable, but I use a nice Razer wireless mouse for work. I found that's the only wireless mouse I've last had. Yeah, the problem is so this is the glorious Model D, and I had a wired version and I gave it to Holly. And I would use that instead, but I don't have my previous mouse. I do have I could switch to this. When I bought my keyboard, it came with this. This is a Keychron mouse. The company Keychron. And it feels pretty light. It feels actually about the same weight, though this one also is wireless. But maybe the battery lasts longer. It's very loud though. So, I don't know. This is just sitting here. I've never used this. It just came with my keyboard. Let's see. Were you right about Pearl Abyss hiding base console performance footage? I would say yes. I believe I said in my videos that I never thought that it would be a cyberpunk level disaster, but I did think that there was a reason they were hiding it. And to me, I think the base console performance is not very good. So, yes. But, I mean, that's up to you guys. If whether or not you think I was right. Still playing Pokopia. I've had it since launch. And I'm still on the second island. Damn, take your time with it. I've been playing a tiny bit here and there, but certainly much, much less than when it came out. Recent data here, I had to shift the types of game I play for a while to be shorter, pause-friendly games. That makes sense. The reality is, guys, I don't want to have stolen dad gamer valor. Because while my gaming timing is going to change probably, I am going to have time during the day that I can dedicate to gaming because I have to. If I'm not playing games, I'm not doing well at my job. So I'll still be able to play, I think, as much as I was before, just maybe organized in a different way. Apple is going towards subscriptions for their creative software. You can still buy them individually, but they have subs now and got rid of the education discount. I did see that they have the bundle and stuff, but I don't use any of the Apple creative software. I bought it and I tried to use it, but I just can't get away from Premiere. I think it's good. I think it's amazing they still have the option for you to still buy it. Will Pearl Abyss owe console players refunds? No, it's nowhere near that bad. Nowhere near that bad. I think some people did get refunds for it, which I think is a little weird. But it's nowhere near that bad. Okay, guys. It's been an hour and 36 minutes. I think I'm going to wrap this up because I'm going to have to edit Duke. And I want to play Marathon tonight. And also, I probably should spend a little bit of time with Holly. I've spent some time with her today, though. We just spend time throughout the day. So that's it for this stream. Guys, remember, once again, tomorrow at noon Eastern, my Crimson Desert video will be out. Please watch it. Watch it in full. Even if you get bored, walk away. Let it play. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, make sure to do that. It's free. Thank you guys for your memberships and your super chats. I appreciate it a lot. Yeah, you guys are awesome. Thank you so much for supporting me and hanging out. It means a lot. Frisk, do you have anything to say? No, she says bye. All right, guys. Thanks for hanging out. I will see you guys next week and tomorrow for my Crimson Desert video. Goodbye.